miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Staring at the bottom of your glass, hoping one day you'll make a dream last. But dreams come slow and they go so fast. You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely dies. But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. 'Cause love comes slow and it goes so fast. Will you see her when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep? 'Cause you loved her too much and you dive too deep. Will you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go.
I have the hiccups and it's terrible.
And you let her go. Oh, oh,
What?
and you let her go. Oh, oh, will you let her go? 'Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Okay, we're gonna learn a little bit about Bart and Lisa.
You only need
Lisa, god damn it.
burning low.
I have so much
Only
hiccups.
miss
I
the
don't like
sun
it.
when it starts to snow.
Fair enough.
Only know you love her when
Fair
you
enough.
let her go.
Right? God damn it. I have hiccups.
Only know you've been high when
Oh my
you're
god.
feeling
I'm
low.
going to.
Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know
Oh,
you
I
love
do
her
not
when you
like
let
the
her go.
hiccups. Like, I will legitimately, like, nope out of this
Let her
stream.
go.
I am not a fan of this. Oh, this is awful. Terrible. Oh my god, I cannot stop hiccuping. Right. Oh my god. Alright. Dude, I am trying to get some food right here. And I cannot stop hiccuping. That's terrible. This is awful. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's terrible. Oh my god, I'm going to kill myself. Alright. It's bedtime. It's bedtime serving there. One of my favorite songs of all time. I mean, if I gotta go down with the hiccups. I guess this is the song to do it? Question mark? I don't know. I can't stop hiccuping. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. I'm going to fucking off myself right now. Jesus goddamn Christ. Okay. You can't even see like what I'm doing. Fair enough. Oh my gosh. Goddamn. Oh, I hate like every fucking thing about myself. All right. Listen. All the hiccuping is terrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Jesus Christ. Kill me now. It's about 3 in the morning and I haven't eaten like anything in the past day. So I'm like cooking up some fries. And it's not great. Alright. You hear that hiccuping? I hate it. I hate everything about it. And I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. I have one concurrent viewer, fair enough. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. It's gonna be an Jesus fucking Christ, I'm going to fucking sort my own throat. I can't stop hiccuping. Okay. I need to go check on my fries, and people have said, like, don't keep the video running whenever I go and do things, even though I can literally hear and react to everything, but people don't like that apparently, so I don't know. I guess I shouldn't do that, even though I can hear literally everything that's happening and I can react to it in real time. But I think it's kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. But if I have to go and like get water or food or whatever, they want me to pause the video and slow it down, even though I can come back and react to the things that have happened. So it's weird shit. I think it's fucking dumb as shit, but who am I to tell the people that they're wrong, right? So let's like pause this, and I can't pick up without being Jesus Christ, I hate my life. All right, let's go. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. It's super dope. Sorry, like, we need to listen to this because eventually I'm gonna do like a super deep dive about it, and my favorite thing ever, musically speaking, even though nobody like gives a flying fuck about it, and that's completely fair, right? Like, I know, it's like, all right, so people are like, oh my god, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to this, and then whenever you listen to it, like they've hyped it up so much, you're like, oh my god, okay, well, this is fine, but like it's not what you hyped it up to be. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I my favorite, like, I don't want to call it performer, I don't want to call it group. It's like more than that. If you know what Arion is, and man, I'm just in like the mood to listen to some fucking Arion, and I didn't like eat today, so you'll see me like munching on some fucking fries and whatever. Um, um, I call this prog rock, maybe if you're into that. If not, hopefully it like exposes you to something that you didn't know, because I love music. I love all kinds of music. If you're on this channel for long enough, I'll listen to country. I'll listen to fucking Carly Rae Jepsen. Carly Rae Jepsen has one of the most super dope, um, like saxophone solos ever. And we can listen to it right now because fuck YouTube, right? Like, I want to like proliferate the music that I enjoy to kind of everyone. Um, and Harley, oh, call me maybe, right? That's the big thing, call me maybe, whatever. Um, but she has a incredible saxophone kind of deal, and run away with me, man. Like, can we watch this? Is YouTube gonna like nope out on me? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But this is one of my favorite songs ever, and I think like shitting on other people's musics, like what they like, what they don't like, I think that's it's not good, right? Like, I think it's super fucked up, and whatever music you like, and you don't have like a say in what you like or what you don't. You just fucking like it, right? And if somebody is shitting on you for like being like, oh, your music's shitty, it's derivative and what, fuck them, man. You like what you like. Fuck it. I think everyone should play an instrument. I think everyone should. I don't even care if you're like shitty or not at it. Just fucking play your instrument, and let's watch Carly Rae, man. I am streaming on Twitch and or Kick. YouTube may kick me off. That's like a completely like thing that I might do. So if that happens, I am totally streaming on Twitch, www.twitch.com/evanglair. Let's go. And I love it. I love it. Do you not hear, do you not hear immediately the fucking sax sound? And if you know me, I love my sax, right? Like, I just do. Everyone should play something, and God, it's so good. It's so fucking dope. Right? I'm here for the music, man.
You're stuck in my head, stuck in my heart, stuck in my body. I wanna go, get out of here. I'm sick of the party. I've run away.
Called Runaway, by the way. That's what the song's called.
This is the part you gotta say. I know that you're feeling. Picking a bag, even tonight while everyone's sleeping.
Right. So like everyone knows her from like or Call Me Maybe, and it's a catchy song. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's a catchy song. You can like, oh, I hate this song. It's mainstream or whatever. Fuck you, man. It's a catchy song, right? It's why it's called pop music because it's popular. You got your like, what is it? 1 5 6 4 chord progression, something like that. Yeah. But this one's super dope. And I'll defend it, man. If you want to come at me with your, you know, your musical acoustics, dude, I'll fucking defend that shit. Good. It's good, man. It's super dope. And I'm not gonna like, bro, like, oh my gosh, I fucked that up. Okay, that's fine. Right? Yeah, we'll do like halfway through. I just think like Carly Rae Jepsen, we had Call Me Maybe, and I don't give a fuck who you are. That's a fucking catchy song, right? And people are like, oh, you know, oh, it's mainstream. I hate it, dude. Fuck off, fuck off, man. Just fuck all of the way off. You know, you see where the off is. You need to fuck there right now, and that's where we'll be. Because I love music of all types. You know, I'll play some fucking country after. I'll play some Dolly. I'll play some fucking Morgan Wallen. I don't give a shit. I'll play some fucking Slayer, Raining in Blood. You know, if you want that, it doesn't matter. Good. It's amazingly good. It's so fucking dope. I don't want, and yeah, I don't want YouTube to fucking strike this shit down, right? Like that's a lot of why I'm pausing it, because I think this is an amazing song. It's one of the best like saxophone like breakout songs that we've had, if that makes sense. And it's I I want more people to play the saxophone, and shitting on people that like this song like it's not going to do that. What? Well, I think so. I mean, again, you can hate Call Me Maybe, but this shit is like a certified banger of a song. I'm sorry, I know I play saxophone. I may be like dispositioned to that, fair enough. But I think it's fucking great. And I love all kinds of music. You know, you'll hear me play country, pop, whatever on here. I just love like the aspect of music. So, you know, if anyone likes anything, like I'm totally down with it.
We could turn the world to gold. Oh, my baby.
Oh, it's so good. It's like actually like super dope. Like actually super dope. By the way, don't do that. Do not take your hands off of the bicycle because you will get fucked up. I'm speaking from experience. Well, actually, that's not true. So, my ex-wife, like way back when we were in college, she wanted me to come to what is called the Yellow House, and I hadn't been into a religious area for a while, and I got hit by a car. Actually, really made uh Louis. Really? Okay. I reminded you of something I didn't message. Hold on. You're reminding me something I wished I do, but not manage to. Well, do it, man. Fuck it. Who cares? Do what you gotta do. You only got the one life. Do it, man. Do it. Who cares? Man, everyone shits on Carly Rae Jepsen. Like, and I actually don't. I like Call Me Maybe. It's fun. It's a pop song, right? Like, yeah, it's a popular song. You got your 1-5-4 chord progression. I get it, right? Like, that's there for a reason. But this is probably one of my favorite fucking saxophone songs, bro. I didn't eat today. I'm kind of eating right now. Yeah, it's fucking good. Good for her, man. Okay. All right. So I'm actually like weirdly. All right. My girlfriend's over there. She's like actually like snoring. So if you ever hear snoring, that's probably what she's doing. Um, what we're gonna listen to right now, and it's weird that like the AI kind of told me what I wanted to listen to. This is the first song I have ever learned about Arion, and I am planning on making a super deep dive into Arion because I think everyone needs to know it. But this is the first song I ever learned, and this is what turned me on to Arion. Floor Jansen of Nightwish now. Oh my gosh, like she's so good. And I will pause it several times. Like I don't want to fucking steal people's shit, you know. Um, this is called Liquid Eternity. Okay, and to give the backstory is like, um, uh, there's so much to get into, but the like a basic level is like these people who were humans went to another planet, and they they used machines to like elongate their life, but then they lost their like feelings and emotions and shit. And they're using this thing called Liquid Eternity or the Source, if you've heard that part of the album, which I'm going to do a deep dive into. And man, I will be pausing it, and this is like my fucking jam because I mean, fuck, this stuff it sounds super fucking stupid, but this shit like legitimately changed my life, and I want to share it with other people, and so let's listen to it. This is called Liquid Eternity. It's so good. The whole point of this is that we have this like race of the people called like the Forever, who is situated on this planet called Y, right? Like, and we haven't done the whole album, so you don't know that like the context of it, but they're using this stuff called Liquid Eternity to like elongate their life, and that's kind of what you need to know, but it goes so fucking much deeper. And this is what got me into Arion, like legitimately. So fucking dope. We may actually be able to do a we may actually find a like a animation. Okay, so a little bit about this. Forever recalling the eternal days of their race, debating on whether or not liquid eternity within them has made them a better world. Again, this quote unquote liquid eternity, um, they've taken this and they don't know if this is like good or bad or whatever. We see in the source like where this comes from. But at this point, the source, the source, which is my favorite album of all time, and we'll totally listen to it. That has not been invented yet, right? Like, so we're talking about these aliens trying to like elongate their life infinitely, and they send these things extremophiles. If you know biology, you know what extremophiles are. Anyway, they send their like DNA on this comet, which destroys the dinosaurs and proliferates life as we know it, like humans or whatever. So, that what I'm telling you right now is like that before the source came out, and it's so immaculate, like how he weaves in uh the source. And again, I'm gonna do a deep dive on this. I've been saying that I'm gonna do it for about 7 months, and I'm like super compiling everything. Let's go now. Fuck it. It's so dope. It's so fucking dope. Oh, we have some Brazilian. And man, I should probably put this under music, right? That may be like the thing to do. Right? Yeah, it's so good. It's so fucking dope. So if you don't know what Arion is, okay, Arjen Luxen is a fucking goddamn genius of music, right? And he's gotten all of these singers from all of your favorite bands. If you like music, if you like rap, hip hop, whatever, like the best of the best, right? Floor Jansen sings for Epica. We have Hansi, which is from Blind Guardian. We have Dream Theater. All of them. So fucking dope, right? All right. So I'm just telling, like, whenever I tell people, I give my left nut, like, actually unironically I would. I want to see them in person. It's not going to happen, but like I actually wish it would. And this is my favorite band alongside Opeth. You know, we can talk about Opeth a little bit later, but by the way, I'm sorry for stopping. Again, YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube's a little bit weird. Sniper Wolf, Jack's Films, all that. Does anyone here like play an instrument? Do y'all want to like collab or anything? About to get an Iwi. I think I love my saxophone. I actually got in contact with Aryan, who's like the mastermind of Arion. Hates saxophones. Devastated me. I'll never recover. But I'm looking to get an Iwi like for Christmas or whatever. Like that's the one thing I want, right? I got two soprano. I consider myself like a soprano sax player. I mean, to whatever degree you want to say that. Um, but yeah, we need an Iwi electric wood instrument, and I will play like some super dope shit after this. But does anyone play? Does anyone like want to collab or anything? I don't know.
Now a world that's peaceful and safe, so caring and providing.
Well, good. I believe. Excuse me. Again, I stop it. If you want to, should actually, you know, I need to put my mouth where my fucking money is. I'm gonna copy this and put it in the description. I believe I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. I want to say that Simone Simmons. I think Simone Simmons is up here. Fuck. She's good too. All the females here, they're like so fucking dumb. I do need to put that link in here though. Okay, so I have to pause it here because I need to give a little backstory on this. And again, I'm sorry. The song is actually in the description, kind of like right now. Again, I don't want to like be accused of stealing people's music or anything. Anyway, the point is that we have these aliens actually who are humans, but you don't know that until planet or until the source. But anyway, um these people are called the Forever, and they're like elongating their life through like mechanical means or whatever. And they sent off their offspring into a comet, um you know, and we can listen to that later. But that happens, and the whole point is like they're sending their DNA off to a planet. It eventually becomes Earth. It's a comet that like wipes out the dinosaurs, as it were. And then, I mean, suspend your disbelief a little bit, right? But so the comet wipes out the dinosaurs. Humans like become like the progenitors of the planet, the caretakers of the planet, whatever you want to call it. And that's what they're talking about. And like they have a psychic connection of these these beings, which are us to humans, because they have elongated their life with machines. So um they like don't know like emotions, so they're like feeding off of humans of their emotions to like understand what it's like to live. It's like a super dope thing. If you really wish to meet them in person, I've contacted Aryan, and we've talked. The deal with that is that all of these people like this again, I don't want to call it like a band. It's not a band. It's a it it's a project, right? Like all of these people that he there's 5 here, or rather there's 10 here, right? they all have their own thing. All of them are in very, very successful bands. And I will play a like after this happens, I will play one of my favorite, whatever you want to call it, songs. Um with it's got Floor Jansen of Nightwish. She's kind of like branched off on her own. This is it it's a damn, it's so hard to describe because I don't want to call them a band because he got everyone from all these amazing metal bands to come here and sing for him. Do you see like how that's super difficult? Because we got Hansi from Blind Guardian, we have Flora from Nightwish, we have Simone Simmons, I believe she's from Epica. We have James Labrie from Dream Theater, right? And what you say, Louis, you know, if I could meet them in person, I would blow a load in my pants immediately. It's so hard to get everybody here, right? And I wish I could. I totally wish I could. But we'll play Valley of the Queens, and you'll see me like buzz 3 loads during that. It's so good. And to actually, to be honest, I was going to go to Norway in college, because I had money saved up and everything. And fucking Aryan was like, "Hey, you know, if you're gonna do that, come over here. I give you a tour of the Electric Castle." You, I was so like fucking floored when that happened. It never like came to fruition, but I wish it. I legitimately wish it did. So good. I mean, just whenever I stream this late listening to this, I need to really get on my like deep dive into Arion because so few people know about it. It's criminal. It actually is criminal. Oh shit. I need to go get some more uh you know, stuff, as it were. Give me half a minute. Yeah, don't. Oh, you're good. Half a minute. I'll be right back. Like, super. Alright. Super funny thing, Louis. If you're even still here, which is fine if you're not. Um, Super funny thing. So I've actually, like I said before, I've actually talked to Aryan I am a saxophone player. It's what I played all my life. I'm kind of, I'd call myself a soprano saxophone player at this point. Funny enough, like he I guess this is a test to like never meet your heroes or whatever. He doesn't like saxophone. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a dagger in my heart. It's a fucking dagger in my heart, man. Which is fine. Not everyone has to like everything. I get it. I get it. I'm like, Broski, like you don't have an EWI, you don't have an electric wood synthesizer. It's what I want for Christmas, by the way. Like a fuck, what is it? A Roland AE20, right? But he's like, yeah, I don't like saxophone. Like, oh my god, that's a dagger in my heart. It's my favorite. What do you want to call it? Composer, musician, band leader. I don't know what the fuck you'd call him. It was like, ah, god damn it. Okay, all right. He I met. We're actually my girlfriend, who's completely passed out, messaged him while he's drunk or while she was drunk, and it's like, yeah, I don't really like saxophone. Man, fucking like, fucking ripped a knife into my heart. Fair enough, right? But I mean, it's fine. I still love him. He's a super dope ass guy, though. He's super dude. Super cool. It's a it's a never meet your heroes kind of thing. What were we gonna listen to after this? I forgot. Describe. You know, I'm trying to like. Oh, this is so good. I think this is like a synth female voice, but I think this part could have been done by either Floor or Simone, and that would have been really cool. But maybe not. Maybe it's too high. Fair enough, I guess. What if you're still here, Louis, I'm sorry, I completely skipped over your first message. Does it remind you something you wish to do but never managed to? Do you mind if like I ask you what that is? If you're even still here, you may have noped out. That's completely fine. I totally understand that. Believe me, I have many things like that. Um, Damn, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Um, Everybody dies is like okay. So I've like adopted this kind of what do I want to say? This it fuck, how do I say it? It's very hard to put into words. Okay, everyone wants to learn new music, right? So myself included, I love new music. I want you to convince me of like your favorite band in 3 songs. I think that's super fair, I guess. It's not it's not like my machinations. I got it from somebody else, but I think that's fairly good. People like, oh my god, you gotta listen to this. You gotta listen to this. It's so fucking dope. You gotta listen to it. Like, okay, give me 3 songs that'll hook me, right? Um, I think this one I'm about to play called Everybody Dies is one of them. I think it's pretty good. And well, let's listen to it. It's 4 minutes long. It's not a super long song. By the way, this is off of The Source, which is the album that came before the Binary album and Arion, and this is the because Arion has like 2 vinyls, I guess, of music, and I have them all because I'm a fucking lunatic. Anyway, this is like we have humans on this planet called Alpha, and the quote unquote president, I believe it's James LeBray, it could be somebody else, I'm sorry. Um, I could be wrong on that. Anyway, they like give total control of everything over to this machine, which you learn to be uh the machine, the frame, as it were. And anyway, it's very superficial, like classical. Hey, oh, that the machine has to save the humans from despair, so it kills everybody. You're very generic, like sci-fi storyline, but it's super dope. Anyway, this is the point where like the machine turns down all of the like the life support and everything on the planet. It's called Everybody Died. Super dope. Love it. Let's go. Love it. By the way, I got some stuff to add to this. Right? I mean, goddamn, Aryan is so good. Anyway, the point about that everybody dies, like the machines are turned off, all the food, all the water, everything is turned off because the artificial intelligence, as it were, wants to save the planet. To do that, you have to kill the humans. We all know that old tale, right? But the thing about this is like we see what the frame is, and if you've ever watched like Into the Electric Castle, which is about this last surviving like forever people, the people that are like that have escaped, we see that they have the frame and they bring in all of these other people from throughout time and the history of man, and they like effectively go into the frame, which is called Into the Electric Castle, and we see a bunch of shit there, and that's Aryan's favorite album that he's done. My probably second, maybe third favorite, and it's pretty fucking dope. So like all of this Arion stuff that we're listening to kind of weaves into each other. We're kind of building like a cinematic universe, as it were. But Aryan's been doing it since like the early '90s, so it's super dope. by the way, I played this little info about, who the fuck you're watching, like right now. Some fucking random dude on the internet. I um I got my master's in astrophysics, exoplanet astrophysics. Um I did go and see the total solar eclipse in, I believe it was 2016. I went up to Kansas City. It was cloudy there. It was supposed to rain, fair enough. And I was like, fuck it, we're gonna go east until it's not there. Woke everybody up at 5 o'clock and we did that. Um, we got to see it. Super dope. Uh, so like, I love this kind of shit.
None will be spared, so don't assume that ragged clothes, no
Silver spoon.
You're all the same when extinction looms.
Your food supply, water supply, power supply, other supplies.
I kind of want to play the live version of this because it's incredibly interesting. Information. It's not like some screaming will somehow elongate your life. That is some fucking brutal shit. Can you imagine, like, these people know that they're about to die and they are screaming, they're crying, they're like on their, like, they know that their planet is doomed, and the frame, as it were, they're like, yeah, you're fucked, scream all you want, you are going to die. It's just as matter of factly as possible. Alright, it's so good. Now, holding your breath is not going to buy you more time. Right. Like, so you can imagine all of these people about to die, right? And they're running for their life. And they're in these little nooks and crannies. And they're like, oh my god, how can we do that? Oh, hold your breath and just like close your eyes. No, it's coming, man. It's coming. You're kind of noped out. And it brings like visceral feeling to the music that I love. Everybody dies. There's I'm sorry I have to point it out, but that's Hansi from Blind Guardian. He has the most fucking epic voice ever. And I love okay, so I got introduced to Arion with the Binary album that we just listened to a few songs ago. So like all of these people that we're listening to now in this album, which came out in 2017, he got somehow, I don't even know how he did it, but he got all of them back because this album leads directly into the Binary album, and that got me hooked on Arion. And you can hear Hansi from Blind Guardian again if you're a Blind Guardian fan. He just has this like incredibly distinctive voice that I love. And yeah, let's listen to it. Sorry. There he is. Here he is. I'm sorry. A quantum supernova is blasting out. I don't have a lot to my name, right? Like, I am a dumb fucking piece of shit. I went to college. I got my degree in astrophysics. Fair enough. Whatever. It sounds important. It's not. I should have got it in quantum mechanics, but I finagled my way into. Her name was Kelly. She was the administrative assistant, right? And there were a few of us. There's about 15 of us in quantum, graduate quantum. I don't have a lot, right? I She told me she could have gotten fired for that too. I was the only person to make an A in quantum. That like really fucking. I was like, fuck yeah, man. It's super dope. Very good. We are still breathing. So this is what they're talking about, right? Like, okay, so these people on Alpha, they gave their lives over to the frame, the machine, whatever you want to call it, and there's a group of people that are like, oh shit, we need to nope out of here like incredibly fast because you know shit is going down, and like follow me to a place beyond us, follow me to another world. So they're like noping out whenever they knew that well, shit didn't go well for them. Let's just say that. I think we got a little like synthy Stella. I love it. I will never not love Arion. Oh, so here is me and my girlfriend. Flora Johnson, she is incredibly hot. She's the best singer ever in the entire world, and we're about to see her chops, and she is fucking amazing, and I love her. And then, it's so good. I would love to play if anyone even is still here, and it's fine if you're not. I know it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I get it, 100%. And I appreciate the like on YouTube, 100%. Um, but I mean, we want to showcase like the best singers in metal. I think we have to do that with the Valley of the Queens, which is, if you ever heard the, what she called the charismatic voice on here, um, she does a phenomenal job of doing that, right? Like me, I can I can fuck around with some instruments and everything. Like I would say I'm okay at a lot of instruments. I'm saying a little bit above average at like maybe a saxophone or guitar. I'm not a fucking virtuoso, fair enough. Uh, and I'm not a singer, right? Like if I would have joined choir had I been. Um, but these people are, and I cannot express my admiration for all of them. They're all on Twitter, by the way. Uh, but this is from Into the Electric Castle, I believe, called Valley of the Queens, and it's not a long song. It's about 3 minutes long, and it's so good. It's so good. Little penny flute recorder thing here. That is Annika, I believe, is her name. Okay. All of them are amazing singers. And me and my girlfriend just have the hardest fucking boner for Floor who's singing right now. Yeah, they're so good. That's on the right with the red hair. It's Marcia Bovolo. She yeah, I forgot what band she's from. All of them are from like incredibly well renowned known like bands. And goddamn, I mean we have Floor. Come on. So good. It's so dope. Those are the fucking like queens of music, man. And I'm not like a big like a vocalist kind of guy. Like I love my saxophones, guitars, pianos, all that shit. But who can't love these like masters of like the vocal arts? Come on. Come on. They're so good. It's so good. Oh, yeah. Like they know that they like fucking nailed it. Like, look at her voice. I mean, goddamn, you know she knows she nailed it. It's so fucking dope, man. I think we need to listen to this sixth extinction. This is my personal favorite, I think. Um, the charismatic voice did one, and I love her. She is so good. Like I know a lot about music, right? Like I've done my fair share of making musical acoustics courses and shit like that. Like I've done quite a bit, right? Um, not more than a lot of other people have. I get that, but damn, damn, it's so good. Sixth extinction. I guess we can do that, right? Like if I turn one, like one person onto Arion every night I stream, like I'll consider my life like a bona fide win. And I know that's not a lot, right? It's not a lot, but if anyone wants to like discover more about Arion, I think I consider that a win. 100%. So, this is just to give you a little backstory, a little back shit about it. This was originally the end of the Arion saga. It's from the binary album 01011001, the album that I was introduced to Arion, by the way. In 2000, I believe it was 8. I was taking observational astronomy at the time, funny enough. And my friend Ken, couple levels lower than me, he's much smarter than I am. I don't even know how I graduated in college, but fair enough, I did. And he showed me Arion, and this is the final portion of this. This is in a few different phases. Just to like give you an idea of where this is going. If you listen to like classical music or whatever. So humanity is destroying itself, right? Like as we do. I mean, look over to Palestine, Israel, and everything. We are destroying ourselves, and then we nope out to Mars. Humanity kills itself. Mars, the Martians eventually kill themselves, and we have this lone survivor that goes into this machine that like de-incarnates him back into the like the what they call the universal migrator, and that's its own fucking album, but it definitely references that here. And the universal migrator like seeds the life into the universe and kind of starts the cycle over again, which we will see. And so it's kind of like this circle of like, oh, the forever, this alien species make the humans do their thing as we do, destroy ourselves, and then we nope out to Mars. We kill ourselves, and then the last man alive deincarnates himself back into like the first like sentient being, which gives life to the universe, and it kind of just repeats itself. So let's listen to it. This is possibly my favorite song of all time. It is super dope. Funny enough, I actually bought a violin to play this song. Bum, 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 bum. It starts out incredibly heavy. So we see. I'm sorry. Like, if you want to go watch, or if you want to go listen to the song uninterrupted, I will put this in the description. I don't want to be like accused of like stealing people's shit. Like, I really don't. I think it's super fucked up. Anyway, the point about this is the forever, which are the beings that sent the we haven't played it yet, but there's a song called The Fifth Extinction, which is the extinction that noped out the dinosaurs and then humans came around. Uh, So the forever watching horror as every last man on Earth perishes in a nuclear apocalypse. Hey, I'm gonna say like not super fucking far off from where we are now, right? Like topical. I'd say topical humor. It's not. Many people have died, and it's fucking abysmal. But
It's the calm before the storm. It's the quiet before the
what is
roar.
wrong?
It's the time when all will be decided. If nobody heeds the echoes
So super dope.
It's the end of the chain. It's the end of the rain. It's the end of man's evolution. For nobody.
It's so fucking dope. Man. So right here, like this is actually like a legitifying or legitimate, like incredibly terrifying part. Because he's done something amazing here, which makes it sound like we have these like sirens, like these, I don't know, amber alerts or I don't know why my voice fucked up. But like these like national warning sirens with this this I guess he would have like a mini moog that had a like a pitch bender that was bended up towards an octave is what I'm guessing. Regardless, it's these sirens that are going off that are effectively like nuking the entire planet. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's yeah, it's tough. And I don't know. Like that is incredibly what would you call it? Like scary. I mean, what else can I call it other than scary? But like it's scary because it's very truthful, right? Right. Like it's not some other aliens or whatever the fuck, like coming from wherever the fuck they're coming from in the galaxy and annihilating Earth. It's just humans doing what humans do, you know? And it's like that much visceral that it happens. And it's for me, like, or can I, how like, can I put that into a quantifiable state? it would be like, okay, whenever 9/11 happened, if you were here for 9/11, if you weren't, I mean, good for you. But like, whenever 9/11 happened, I was in what, oh 01, I was in 10th grade, September 11th. Yeah, I was 10th grade. I think I faked being sick that day or something. And I was like in the bottom bunk of my bunk bed. It's a white bunk bed, super dope. Wish I had it. I guess we got rid of it at some point. I don't even remember whenever we did that. Anyway, the point is, like I distinctly remember what happened there, and this makes me think of that, which I guess he's done his job, right? And we, behind all this, we have that like chugging like machinery. It never goes away. It's just always there, right? And we get that if we listen to the Source album, which is why I love it so much. I mean, one of the reasons, one of the many reasons, is because we have this the people that escape Alpha and go to Planet Y, which turn into these people, which most of them are on that album. Um, they bring a like along a robot called TH1 who hasn't quote unquote been infected by the frame. But then at the very end, you learn that he has, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make it different. We're gonna do things different." Then they effectively wind up like relying on the frame, and then we get brought into this binary album. Sorry, I love this shit so much. It's like super intricate. Dun, 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 dun. Silence so loud, not a soul left alive.
Darkness a shroud.
85. There's a song in a previous album called 2086. I believe it's from the Universal Migrator album. I could be wrong. Keep in touch with whenever I do a deep dive on this. But this is 2085. Like everyone's fucking noped out. They destroyed themselves. We got I assume a few people on Earth. Uh, most everyone's dead, and we have a small colony on Mars. But you know how long is that gonna last?
all our dreams have disappeared. They burned
down.
tree of life.
They burned down the tree of life. Do you want to know what the tree of life is? See, interestingly enough, I was talking about talking to my girlfriend about this. Um, Whenever I think of the tree of life, I think of like Yggdrasil, Nordic stuff. But that is not what that is really. The tree of life is here. We have Luca, the last universal common ancestor of of uh everything effectively. And we can hold on, we can do tree of biology. Yeah, here we are. And see, for me, like the tree of life, like I told you, was like You know, we have the five kingdoms: the eukaryotes, prokaryotes, uh, the plants, the fungi, the animals, all of that, archaea, all of that shit, and they burned down the tree of life, like they burned down all of this, like we fucking noped out Earth super hard.
confirming all that we have feared.
2085.
Don't give up, remember how we felt.
So at this point, is like half of the people are like, "Hey, we fucking fucked our shit up super hard." But the other half are like kind of hopeful, actually, because they still got one left, and the we like it's incredibly cringy. I know, like what I'm about to say, but it kind of attests to like how much Arion affects me in some way. Uh, but let's let it play because we have like an E minor going to a like a G major kind of scale here.
Fire rushing through our veins. Ooh, now's
So
the
good.
time to rise up from our head. Now's the time to free our brains. The meaning of life is to give life meaning.
Right there. And I told my girlfriend this earlier because we listened to this, but this is the single most important um and I know it's incredibly cringy. Single most important thing I've ever heard in my life. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. And that again, you can call me out on that, make fun of me, whatever. I wholeheartedly believe that, and that was like a big portion of like why Arion became one of my favorite bands of all time because of that one single sentence there.
Our brains. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. Go too fast, move too slow.
Right.
Restore the balance between thinking and feeling. Open up and let it flow. No side has won.
I possibly can say this is my favorite song of all time. Like I would probably die on that hill.
Struggle to survive. Our quest here is done. 2085. All our hopes have disappeared. Our race will not thrive. Time will not recall here.
85.
Don't give in. Remember all we learned. The spark of life it did ignite. We're again the race for which we yearn. We're again a will to fight.
In this next sentence, he's going to talk about resolving the human equation. That's an entire fucking Arion, like 2-disc album on it, like in and of itself.
We must resolve this
Human equation.
We're already dead if we don't try. To welcome challenge, generic variation. Stop the machines, prepare to die.
love this. It's so fucking good, man. So good. Like I really don't want like YouTube to like catch me on it. 'Cause they did that before. They did that a few days ago when I listened to this. Trying to like. Alright, so this is interesting to like hear about because we have this like E minor power chord going on. And everything up until now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well might be, um, this was an E minor. So like the relative major is like G major, right? Um, same notes, but the tonic, the like home note, if you will, goes from E minor to like G. And we switch from this like minor sounding thing, other than the like piano, like very happy melodic sounding stuff, to this like major intonation, I guess if you want to call it that, of this song. Again, it's not any different musically, but it's like the what they call the tonic note, I guess, if you want to like get into it. Or switching from like an E minor to a G major, and I think it's perfectly done. By the way, I actually bought a fiddle violin, if you want to call it that, specifically to learn the song. Funny enough. So good. It's so fucking dope. Love it. I love everything about this shit. Again, possibly my favorite song ever created. Possibly. So what they're talking about right here, sorry, I know I keep pausing. If you want to listen to the entire song and pause, I got it in the description. The Migrator Soul is the 2 album version of what is called the Universal Migrator, where the last man on Earth like de-incarnates back to the original like entity that was part of the Big Bang, as it were, and gave life, like quite literally, to the entire like cosmos. And I think it's super dope that all of them, every single person on this album, 10 of the best fucking singers ever, they're all singing in unison, and it's quite magical. So what they're talking about, complete the circle. So these people have like lost their entire like identity to these machines. They made the humans. Of course, we fucked ourselves up as we do. And well, they had the one human and he deincarnates back to like the universal migrator, which is what they're calling the migrator soul here. And he is like reseeding the universe after the Big Bang with the life of well, the seeds of life, effectively. And so it's like this cyclical repeating pattern kind of thing. Visions. So what he's talking about right there, send back visions into the past, is actually the callback to the very first Arion album called The Final Experiment, which is when humanity sends back visions into the past of this blind minstrel named Arion back in the Middle Ages. And they're like, hey, you know, warn people that this is gonna fucking not go great. And nobody listens to him, of course. And then we have 2085, which we heard at the beginning of this, because humans are fucking stupid pieces of shit and we don't listen to anything. And but this is like their last like kind of hurrah, like, you know, send back visions in the past. And he's gonna say of war and decay, because we're, you know, we destroy ourselves. So it's a good little callback to the Final Experiment, the very first part of Arion that started all of it. Funny enough, I can see the fear in a world without walls, which is what they have alluded to that in many different portions of like the early part of this album. Which is at the point in which this was made in 2008, we thought that they were, or that she was talking about like humans, you know, they could go anywhere, roam free or whatever, because the Forever, which is who these people are, you know, they were walled in effectively like by machinery and stuff, as is to my understanding of it. But actually, since the source came out, um, it can be said that she's talking about, I can see the fear in a world without walls. It could be said that she is seeing what these people used to be on planet Alpha, right? Like the people that effectively fucked up their planet and went to planet Y, which is what they were, and they took liquid eternity to turn into these this like ever living species of people that didn't, like, they give up their feelings or emotions for eternal life, right? So I can see the fear with the world without walls could be both like talking about the humans and talking about the original humans on planet Y. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. He has such a good voice. I could never do that. Like, I'm kind of learning some man versions of Adele songs, like trying to sing some shit like by myself or whatever. These people are goddamn master classes of human articulation, as it were, and they're far better than me, and that's why I joined a band and not choir, because I do not have a good singing voice. Oh yeah, it's the best one. So good. It's so fucking dope. and you still like, this is super important, is incredibly important, right? Like, you still hear that mechanical, like that machinery in the background. It's like it's still chugging along. Like you still hear that, right? It's just never ending. And I really don't know what to make of that. That it's so fucking good. Again, I intend, I don't know. Every time I listen to this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to work on this stuff. I actually have worked on it. There is a lot to Arion, right? It's the best fucking sci-fi story you've never heard, from what I understand, and it needs more proliferation, as it were. Um, I'd like to play epilogue because it comes after this. Okay, so this was in 2008, right? Like my friend, I was in college, um, going for my astrophysics degree, balls in space. Like, don't let that like fucking. Oh my god, he's smart. No, I learned about balls in space. I'm never gonna get out of that debt my entire life. That is legitimately what has happened. Um, but I learned about Arion from that, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. Uh, so this is the first album I ever learned. We only listened to 2 or 3 albums of that. But we have Arion epilogue called "The Memory Remains," and it's an incredibly like poignant um, wrap up, I guess, if you want to call it that. That is it it's it's a long one. I'm not gonna say it's not. But Arjen, who again wrapped up this whole forever timeline, storyline, whatever, he enjoyed working with this vocalist so much they did an entirely like separate thing called Guilt Machine, which is also very good if you're incredibly depressed like I am. So let's go. This is amazingly good. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry. I will be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. I don't want to like leave it running because people will call me like XQC, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to be the person that like isn't reacting to shit that I'm listening to or showing. And somebody said that earlier, and like, I don't know. I like it kind of got to me because I really don't want to be that dude. But I'll play some like lo-fi jazz stuff. I need to, use the bathroom, as it were, and we'll pick this up in here in a minute. Give me like a minute tops. am back. Look at me. Got one person there. At what? 5 in the morning? Yeah, it's about 5. Jesus Christ. Alright. Browsing the YouTube. Alright. So. Super dope. Again, this is called Epilogue The Memory Remains, which is actually, fun fact. It's not a fun fact. Nobody gives a fuck about any of this. The first Arion album I've ever owned. Since then, I have all of the vinyls and shit. In fact, I have my favorite album ever, The Source, signed by him. I paid a pretty hefty amount for that, more than I'm willing to like acknowledge. But you know what? I don't regret any of that. But anyway, it's called Epilogue The Memory Remains, right? So it's like after we have all of this universal migrator nonsense, and then this I don't even know what the fuck you want to call it, like this entity that seeds life everywhere. God damn. I fucking. Okay, well, sure, I just pulled myself bald out of that. Anyway, this is after everything. By the way, I think probably tomorrow, maybe the day after on Saturday, we're going to listen to the entire full 2-hour epic of All Tomorrows, which is I only listened to it maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago. It's my all-time favorite. I don't know if you want to call it a novel. It's in the realm of speculative evolution, and it's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. And I will be going through that with everybody here. Again, it's 2 hours long. I'll be pausing it, so it'll probably wind up. The whole stream will be probably 5, 6 hours, but it'll be fun. And then beyond that, this year I did want to do what is it called? Everywhere at the End of Time. And that is gonna be Everywhere at the End of Time is a fucking long one. It's a long one. If you've never heard of it, well, you will. So I'll post it on my channel. It is it's 6.5 hours long of a descent into dementia. It's possibly the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. Yeah, welcome to Spooky Month, but this is like beyond that. It is grotesquely horrifying, especially from like a musical standpoint, as I enjoy. And I think I don't know when I'm gonna do it. It'll definitely be like this month, but it is a very, very tough one to listen to. And I think like I owe it to the world. I don't know the world anything, but like to make my mark on the world, I think it would be beneficial to listen to all 6.5 hours of it in real time. I'm not gonna say I'm just staring at a goddamn screen. I'm sure I'll do some other shit beyond that, but Everywhere at the End of Time is a fucking terrifying thing. And I think as a YouTuber, I need to put it out there. Because of reasons, and I just want my reaction to be out there. Anyway, let's listen to Epilogue The Memory Remains. Sorry, that got real dark real quick. then after this, we may do some Mandela catalog, maybe volume 3. I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Shit. Hold on. I gotta find something. I don't want to pause this. I'm so sorry. I just don't want to leave it running again. I don't want to be accused of like stealing people's shit. I will be right back. I promise. Okay, I told you it wouldn't be that long. Nobody's even here. It's fair enough. I mean, it's fantastic. This is what I get for streaming at 5 o'clock in the morning. I do love my jazz. I love my saxophone. I love my 7th chords. I love my 215 progression or 512 progression, I think. You can't get better than that, you know? Anyway. Oh shit, you're not even seeing me. All of my nonsense that I'm here. I promise you I'm still here. This is... So like we have a very, like quite a long instrumental part, right? The song is nearly 10 minutes. I mean, just from a musical standpoint, it's quite long. But like afterwards, like about halfway through, we get the singing, and it's a thing. I don't want to spoil it, but it's worth waiting for, I think. Alright. Alright. Again, I don't I kind of again did buy a violin for this. I'm terrible. Violins are incredibly difficult uh to wheel. Like you give me like a banjo or something. I can I'll fuck a, I'll fuck my way around with it like for about a week, and I can get into somewhat of a playable state. Violin, man, it's toughie. It's a toughie. The one thing I did learn is that it is a violin whenever you buy it, and it's a fiddle whenever you buy it. It's a violin whenever you sell it. Right? That's what I learned. And now everyone else knows it. Oh, here we go. Alright. For depth. This is so good too. Again, this is... So I relate this to All Tomorrows, again, which we will watch probably maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. I'm curious on what I'm gonna do. This makes me think of that because this takes place after all of that forever human shit. We don't know when, we don't know how many millions, if not billions of years. But it's called The Memory Remains, right? and it's very poignant, if you want to call it that, poignant. But like, I have so much to say about Ariana. I'm so excited to like bring you guys this full fucking story. Because Aryan is a goddamn mastermind. He just is. It's the not just the music he's woven together, but like the story. It's so good. But to be fair, he won't fucking include me a saxophone. For Christmas, I think I've decided on like an Aerophone AE20 because I love my saxophone, but practicing a saxophone is very very loud, and I stay up all night, so like it's a thing. But I'm kind of there for the Aerophone AE20. I was gonna get the YDS 150, which is like saxophone keys, but the Aerophone is like super dope, and it pretty much has saxophone layout, so. None of you needed to know that, and you're like, stop pausing the fucking music, get on with it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, I get you. I get you. I know what you guys are talking about. Like, I understand. It's very good. And like, to be honest, right? Everyone that bought Timeline, like, effectively bought it for this. Here we go.
And in the end, when all the dreams are dreamt,
In the end, when all the dreams are dreamt,
all your desires have long dissolved.
all your desires have long dissolved. I'm sorry, we don't have like closed captioning, but I really do feel that it's very important to, if you're gonna listen to a rock opera, um it it's there to like take you into the world. And I know people like, just shut the fuck up and like play the song. I get it. But this is out there for you, right? Like, if you don't want me to break it down and describe it or whatever, man, it is all there for you. Totally, if I've turned this on to you, like, I've done my job, right? But I do think it's worthwhile to go through the lyrics like line by line.
Of feeling free, surreal serenity, a desperate search for truth resolved.
Mm.
All hope dispelled, forgotten dreams unquelled, the frailest link within the chain.
The frailest link within the chain. It's so good. So To like give a little backstory of this, I'm sorry. The last human on Mars on the Mars colony has died, but his consciousness has transformed into the new migrator. He follows the migrator trail again. That is a two-part epic, which is 4 fucking hours long. Like because every Arion CD is like 2 motherfucking CDs long, which is amazing. Um, so that migrator path or whatever, um it says he follows the migrator trail, which has already happened before, to planet Y, where he breathes life into the comatose forever race by rekindling their emotions, which is like a super big part of the binary album, because the like proto humans, if you want to call them that, has lost their humanity, and they sent these extremophiles on a comet, which was the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs, right? Excuse me. Uh, so the fervor raised by rekindling their emotions. Oh my god! Please don't give me back the hiccups. I hate it. Oh, I think I have hiccups. It's awful. So, thus ensuring the spirit of man will live on. In the end, mankind's brief existence has served a purpose after all, because the only word I can say is de-incarnated back to the effectively like the soul of the Big Bang to seed life into the universe.
Once brisk with life, too fragile to survive. A barren world devoid of pain, but the memory remains.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's like it, right? I mean, it's beautiful. It actually is. I don't know that I would be here without Arion in some form or fashion. Maybe better, maybe worse. I don't know. But Arion, the reason I like enjoy this, it's impacted my life like so much. Like you hear people talk about like music impacting the Beatles. Oh my god, the history or whatever. Like this is incredibly personal, and it hit the right time into which I was in college going for astronomy and astrophysics. And it really helped me. Sorry, this is a little bit too deep. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck about me. I'm just saying, like, it actually did. Like, it's a very, very important, like, aspect of my life, which, is nothing. But, you come to YouTube for the personal touch. I don't know what you get from this, but, uh, it's a thing. It's a thing. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry, like real, like super deep, but oh no, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. Oh no, no, no! Don't play the jazz. Don't play my 251. Okay, okay. Here we go. I I take of this as you will. It's called The Memory Remains. It's humanity's not gonna last forever, and no life will last forever. But like the memory that like we give to whatever will come next is like the memory that remains. It's what I get out of it. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I am. But you know, we have 8 billion people on this fucking planet. If anything gets through, you know, we'll tell people how we lived, how we died, you know, what happened to us. That is the memory that remains. So again, very like deep existential bullshit that nobody cares about. Anyway. And it's so good. That half step down.
Starlight breaks, the sleeper is awake. You understand your timeless quest. A dormant race, a cold forsaken place. Their bodies numb, their minds suppressed.
All right.
You felt
Hold on. This is actually a lot to unpack. I haven't heard this song in quite a while. Starlight Breaks. So the Starlight Breaks is actually pretty important because we have Beneath the. God, I am such a fucking like nerd on all of this. I'm sorry. Did I would assume like. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is happening? This no, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Um oh, I was hitting the S button. Okay, fair enough. Um the reason I'm doing this the Starlight Breaks is I want to make sure like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure I do. So oh my god. Yeah. God, can I not like that's weird. I don't know what that Chrome was doing. Yeah, Beneath the Waves. Beneath it's if anyone like has followed me through this is the actual first song that I heard from the Binary album, and this is what kind of hooked me. But there's a particular like passage, lyric, whatever you want to call it, in here. And if I go into my deep dive, this is basically probably how it's going to go, other than like edited down. There's a very important like lyric in here that I want to make sure that I suss out, as it were. And in this, I'm sorry, like if I ever wanted to get like a fucking, well, I had always wanted to be an astrophysicist until since like the 7th grade. Like I kind of knew how I mapped out my life. It did not go well, by the way. But regardless, it was this kind of like pulled me into it, I guess. Beneath the Waves, the first song I ever heard. And this is like, by the way, there is a planet like that. This is made before the Kepler satellite. Pretty eerily weird that there was a planet like that. Sorry, Manex, planet astrophysicist, got a few discoveries under my name. Anyway, this is interesting, right? Because this is the planet Y, where the proto-humans, we don't know they're proto-humans at this point. They inhabit this planet that is full of water. Right? Man, like nobody wants to hear this shit. I I think I'm the dude that is gonna put this all together. I don't think there's anything quite like what I'm talking about on YouTube. Could be maybe an overview of everything, but I plan on breaking this shit down like song by song. And it what what the fuck can I say, man? It changed my life. It like just legitimately did change my life.
The water breaks, the
Golden sun rays.
silver dances on the way.
And this is the thing that got me to go from like prog metal from Opeth to like legit motherfucking prog. Sorry, this song is like such a fucking significant like impact on my life. If I can share with anyone, and I know I keep stopping it, and it's like, whatever. But I mean, you're listening to me, right? Stream. I'm not just gonna shit out of the people's content. I need to give some sort of like aspect to it.
But a memory,
So what they said. Hold on.
silver dances on
On the way.
but a memory. Oh, I remember all the love they gave me in this fluid world we call our home.
You know, like I think it would be fantastic, and I'm sure nobody will care. But like, if me explaining this to an astronomy student, a physics student, a quantum mechanics student, something, a chemist, even that comes like right on my mouth. And I could talk about chemist a little bit, but anyway, like this right here kind of really fucking pulled me into astronomy even more so than I already was. I was about a junior in college whenever this came out. And this was the song that kind of pulled me in. She's talking about we were inseparable with the word world without walls, and we hear that like refrained in all, like I would say all of the subsequent Arion albums. He uses that phrase, in a world without walls, which is, in my opinion, again, that's what makes music art, right? Or any kind of art, your opinion. They're talking about the world without walls, which is the world that they had before they left Planet Y on the Source album. It's just some fucking good guitar. It's so dope. I don't I don't want to pause and like interrupt this fucking chef's kiss solo.
Faces of cerulean oceans, mirroring stars and sable skies.
It's a fantastic like lyric that always resonated with me. Mirroring stars and sable skies. Sable, that's like blue, right? Like that's what that means. Am I just a stupid fucking ignorant person? Probably. Sable Deaf. This is so funny because I've listened to this song like 100 billion times. Sable is a darker, gloomy. It says dark brown or black color, grayish brown. I think they're going for like darker, gloomy, right? Like mirroring stars and sable skies. Oh, YouTube kind of noped me out with a warning right there. That's not super dope. I don't like that at all. They did that the other day. Like I think I'm like providing pretty good commentary on this. I don't know why like I couldn't like why couldn't reply on that. I don't know. It's weird. Well, I want to wait until the warning goes away because I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. So heads up, we've detected audio in your stream belonging to somebody else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked to ensure some fucking bullshit that nobody cares about. That I'm giving like completely transformative shit to, but fair enough, I suppose. And if I upload this on YouTube, they're gonna be like, oh my god, we detected copyright shit. But they don't care. Like, it's so fucked up. Sorry, I wanna like I wanna wait until the warning goes away so I can keep going, and then they're gonna give it to me again. Y'all like jazz? I don't know, maybe? Super dope. I like 5:30 in the morning jazz. Is that okay with everybody until that warning goes away? Okay, we got excellent connection. Super dope. We are what, a minute, nearly 30-ish minutes. Okay, that's the first little ding I got. Okay, about that. Okay, let's continue. Mirroring stars and sable skies. Sorry about that. YouTube is a fucking piece of shit. I don't know how they caught me on that. It's weird. Anyway. That's so dope. Good point. We don't have closed caption in a world so pure devoid of cries. Well, you're going around like an OB star, right? Like, and we find out the star's name, the Star of Sierra, which is weird because we have that star, but it's in the Milky Way. But they're like, I don't know if they galaxy hopped or not. That's still like super unclear to me. But it's an OB star because we have like OB, AF, GKM stars. OB stars are like very big, very bright. They're blue stars, but they live on the average of like 10,000 years. So this star of Sirius is like an O or B star, and it's not going to last super long. Weird that they went there. I guess they had no choice to escape from the frame. But, all right, let's continue. Beneath the way. I love that part. I fucking love that part. That's actually the part that we had a little fucking pissant band in college called Pulsar because we were all goddamn fucking astronomy students, grad students, whatever. We called ourselves Pulsar. I think it's pretty fucking dope name. I won't use it again, but like I want to make a band called please don't steal this. Is it really fucking like Siphonophore? I think Siphonophore is fucking pretty fucking dope ass name for a band. Anyway, please don't steal that. Beneath the waves, unbeatable. it going? Yeah, it's good. I'll turn it up a little bit. I'll boost it up for you. Just specifically for you guys. We're about to go into like a pretty dope section.
Beneath the waves, we were invincible.
Hansi, that's Hansi from Blind Guardian, right? Like if y'all guys know Blind Guardian. He has such a goddamn distinctive voice. One of my favorite bands is Opeth, right? But like Opeth and what we're listening to now, Arion, they're kind of like tied for top favorite. I can't pick one. Don't make me pick one. It's not gonna happen. But like Blind Guardian, Hansi Kirsch, I believe is his name. He was one of the songs that I started finger picking on guitar, and I'm kind of like a finger style guitarist. The Bard song, if you've heard it, that's kind of what I don't want to say that's what got me into that, but it definitely boosted my like enjoyment of fingerstyle. Oh, it's so good. He's saying beneath the waves we were inseparable. That doesn't mean a lot to you guys now, but like they took this liquid eternity that like effectively like mind melded everybody. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. This song, I know people listening like, shut the fuck up, play the god motherfucking damn song. Bro, if you wanna like listen to the song, it'll be in the description, I promise. But you're here for my whatever kind of commentary this is. But this part is kind of like a little bit heavy part, like fucking sealed the deal with me, right? So Hansi, we learned that he's the astronomer actually, which, hey, I'm totally down with if I can be related to Hansi as an astronomer in any particular way, shape, or form. I'm totally down with. Which is pretty funny because my girlfriend loves like fucking DNA biology shit, and Flor Jansen is the biologist, and I don't know, it's weird. It's my human brain like picking up patterns that are not there, but and I get that 100%. Anyway, he says face to facts, there are no way back. Arise, it's time to act. Because they're like, hey man, this human shit ain't gonna work. It's gonna nope out. We need to do something about it. Our future is black. Arise, we're on the wrong track. It's like, nah, we created humans. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Arise, it's time to act. So, and again, I'm sorry for pausing. I'm going to say that every time I pause, but I'm just going to do it. So, this is this like forever species living beneath the waves, right? And they thought, oh, we'll live forever. It's fantastic. And they would have. No shade called. But he's talking about like our future is black because they've lost like connection to humanity. It's like, poses the existential question of like what is living, and does it like, is living just not dying, or is it being like a part of your emotions, right? Like the good, the bad, and believe me, I understand that, but like the good, the bad, and the ugly, it's like, okay, we've forsaken all of this to live forever, but is that really like the way we want to go? I don't think so. Anyway, I'll like rewind it here just a few seconds back, but I think it's an incredibly interesting like existential question. What? Face to facts, our future is black, arise, we're on the wrong track. Yeah, Hansi here is like, hey, you know, this shit ain't working. We're on the wrong track, man. Arise, like wake up from your little pods of infinite life. Like we're on the wrong track. We need to figure out what had happened, and we know what had happened from the source. And I'm kind of like hesitant on how I want to tackle this project because I kind of want to tackle it like the way I listen to it, and then I can make those assumptions and everything, or those like connections. And then like if I have to do like a redux episode on YouTube of like, hey, we've listened to all this shit, like how I listen to it, but like, hey, we're gonna revisit some of this stuff, like for instance, this song, the Binary album, like after the source came out, I think it'll put like a whole new like purview on what this story actually is, because Aryan's a god motherfucking damn genius. You know, we're 2/3 of the way through the song. We're having a refrain. If you know prog music, you gotta have the motherfucking refrain, right? Like who are you even doing prog if you don't have a refrain?
Water breaks, golden sun rays, silver dances on the waves.
It's so good.
But a memory. I often dream about the old days.
So this is like super fucking like creepy as well. This is I often dream about the old days. Uh it's well, here, let's listen to him like sing it.
Playing hide and seek within the caves.
Playing hide and seek within the cave. So like that always struck me as weird because like, okay, you're an aquatic race, fair enough. Like you're you know, we don't know how far below the ocean they are, but it's like, okay, um he's thinking about the old days playing hide and seek within the caves, right? So that's like weird. You're like, okay, well, these people on this planet are are effectively like driven underwater, right? That's what we thought in 2008. But motherfucking genius Aryan comes out here with the source, detailing the initial like conflict on planet Alpha with the humans, and then them noping out to planet Y, which is all completely covered underwater. So he's talking about, I often dream about the old days, playing hide and sneak beneath the caves. Again, we first thought that that was like, oh my gosh, okay, they were on the land of planet Y. That's not true, right? The motherfucker came up with the fact that the humans were on planet Alpha, and that's what he's remembering. He didn't even know this at the time. It was a fucking chef's kiss of like prequel trilogy, if you will. But it's a super impactful moment, which shows his goddamn brilliance. And I will die on that hill.
Silver dances on the wave,
Right.
but a memory. I often dream about the
There it
old
is.
days,
Here's the money lyric.
playing hide and seek within the caves, but a memory. Beneath the waves we were.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. I could listen to this shit like every day, every hour of every day. So he's saying, in a world beneath the waves we were untouchable. Floor comes in and says, in a kingdom of the free. But like, how free really are they if they haven't, if they haven't experienced emotions, or not that they haven't experienced it, but they used this quote unquote liquid eternity that prolonged their life, and they forgot what feeling good is, feeling happy is, what feeling sad is, jealousy, etc. It's I love it so much. And again, there's the money shot, and I'm sorry, there's a money shot with the in a world without walls, which is like it's. And again, I haven't even really thought about this until like right now. They do bring up this like world without walls motif, which I think is pretty interesting. And here they're talking about, oh yeah, we're living in a kingdom of the free in a world without walls, but like they don't necessarily understand that like the frame, as it were, th1, which we don't know until later, and that's fine, but like they're dreaming of this world without walls, and they think that they have it, but they don't. They're just living through like mechanical artificial means. um so that's pretty interesting. Like a world without walls comes up a lot in this situation. See, he's talking about a world without frontiers. Like they have like this entire like scope of existence to explore, but they're just being held back by their like reliance on technology from again what we later see is th1, but then we have liquid eternity, which has given them life. Like the chemist made this thing to alter them so they could live beneath the waves. And that's why I fucking adore the source. That's why I got it signed by Aryan. It's so fucking good. Like, it's amazing how few people talk about this, because this shit, it will rival like the MCU in interconnectedness. It's so fucking good, and I love shit like that. In a world beneath waves, we were inseparable. It's because that liquid eternity like melded all of their minds together. That's what they're talking about. And again, I must stress, Aryan had no, as far as I've talked to him, because I've talked to him very briefly, like on Facebook, and incredibly cool guy. Doesn't like saxophone. Not super happy about that. Never meet your heroes. Perfect example. But I'll give him a pass because he's a goddamn genius. But anyway, they're talking about they were inseparable, and we're about to see what is about to happen with them. That right there. Okay, so we saw this like weird ass motherfucking like fragment of it looks like what, beryllium or something. So they're gathering this rock entity, and we don't know it yet. We find it out later, but this thing is where they're putting their effectively their DNA, amino acids, and everything, because they're being kind of swayed, like, oh my god, we're the perfect race, blah, 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 whatever. We have nothing else to learn. But then they lost our emotions for it, so they captured this comet and seeded it with their DNA, which is actually a true thing. Like in astronomy, it's called panspermia. That life on Earth was seeded like elsewhere. I don't shit. I have the goddamn hiccups. I don't necessarily like ascribe to that. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong, and it might be right, but like, um, I I hesitate to do that because it feels like kicking the can down the road, if that makes sense. But what they're doing here, like, actually is a thing. Like, a lot of scientists are divided on that, called panspermia. Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up. You say that's very effective. So it's so cool. I've never even noticed that. So I would assume that they're using some kind of like Gauss cannon, some sort of like electromagnetic cannon to save that thing, and then they launch it off, and then they kind of like freeze it to what I would assume be like altering its trajectory into this other galaxy, which is like a thing in itself, right? Because this is supposed to be taking into account that they're from Andromeda, which is about 2.24 million light years away. It's sci-fi, whatever. I'm not, what, Aryan didn't he didn't call me out, right? But anyway, the point is, like, this is the thing that leads into what we call the fifth extinction. Sorry, that's more than anyone needed to know about, like, fucking literally anything. I gotta make this YouTube series. There's too much. There's too fucking much about it. Alright. So, actually, I'm fairly curious on what kind of like videos he has, because it's 01011001, which, by the way, that's what the album is titled. And if you translate that, ooh, somebody got caught. Y'all hear that? I'm sorry, that shit pisses me off. There's a motherfucker over here. I'll put on some background music. I'm sorry. We'll listen more, Ariana. I know everyone wants to know about prog fucking metal. Last year. Sorry, that shit really pisses me off. Last year, me and my girlfriend went for a completely amazing like date at if you know, it was at a bar, right? It is at a bar in the next town over, and they kind of have this like Irish pub thing going and everything. We had a great time, fuck, we walked over, sang karaoke very terribly. Then we came back, and we got pulled over by cops, and it was bullshit. We weren't drunk or anything. And then we went in, and he knocked on our door and told us to come out there because we matched, quote unquote, the description of two people for this like construction site. And he thought that like we did something, and it's not like a shot at me or my girlfriend, but we ain't fucking going to any goddamn construction site. Man, I have the goddamn forearms of a fucking toothpick. Yeah, like I'll look her up. But there's some motherfucker over here patrolling our neighborhood. And it's bullshit because he thinks he's like the God man, and then whenever he tried to run our licensees, I don't know what the plural of license is. I didn't find anything, but he thought he did because that motherfucker was probably like fresh out of academy and wanted to prove himself, but that guy can go fuck himself. Sorry. Very like that hit a nerve because I heard that motherfucker pull over somebody who probably did nothing wrong, and it's about 5:50 in the morning. Shit pisses me off. I'm sorry. That shouldn't have happened. Anyway, little insight to having Claire's life, right? Oh my god. Okay, can we I kind of want to do the 5th extinction. I think we have a video for that. Do we not? We may not. I don't know. I may have to make one myself, right? Alrighty. We have the 5th extinction. Like, oh, we have a lyric video. Okay, that's super dope. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we'll do the lyric video. Oh, look at JJ Metalhead. This girl right here, Ariane Story Explained. 18 minutes. No, that is going to take a lot longer than 18 minutes, and I'm here for you. It will happen. More people need to know about Ariane. That shit don't. What? How long have I been going on? About 3 hours? And we've listened to like 2 or 3 songs. She didn't do I haven't heard it. I haven't read it. All right. I'm not gonna shit on her. Saying you want the real Ariane story? Well, I'll get on my fucking lazy ass and produce it. Anyway, let's listen to the 5th extinction. By the way, we have on the 01011001 album, we do have the 5th extinction, which was the extinction 65 million years ago of the dinosaurs to like seed the life of man. But the very most recent track of all of it is called the 6th extinction, which is, I believe, colloquially termed as the Anthropocene. I believe that's the case. The Anthropocene, basically, the Anthropocene is like humans have fucked over this world, and we've killed so many animals and shit with our. No, excuse me. It's called the Holocene. Excuse me. I was completely wrong about that. ChatGPT tells me the 6th extinction is called the Holocene, produced by man. As it were. Fair enough. I mean, who am I to argue? 2085 is when all this shit goes down. Like the 6th extinction that we did. But I think it's super, super fucking dope to like listen to the 5th extinction. When they decide what planet to seed their proto-life on, their extremophiles. If you don't know what an extremophile is, you probably heard of like a tardigrade. That's an extremophile, an organism that can live in like incredibly harsh environments, even the vacuum of space. Just to give you a little like headspace of it, I'm not trying to call out anyone of like not knowing shit or whatever. So let's listen. This one is a little bit more upbeat. It's weird, a little bit more upbeat because humanity is like coming into its own. All right, go with it. I believe there's like a Thin Lizzy part. If anyone's familiar with like Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town, that song and everything. We have a distinct part that I completely attribute to Thin Lizzy in here. I believe it's a song. I could be wrong. Please don't shit on me if I'm wrong, but let's listen. I fucking love that gallop. That gallop hurt. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it probably took me about 2.5, 3 years how to do that gallop. That's like an Iron Maiden gallop on guitar. Now I never use it. I'm strictly, well, I wouldn't say that. I'm heavily like a finger picking guy, finger style guy, but I don't really play my electric with picks or anything anymore. Kudos to those who do. And I hope YouTube doesn't like dock me. Motherfucking Vintage 8 dropped file 8 of their itch analog horror story. We have to do it. We have to do it. Not right now. I've committed to the next 10 minutes of my life. Should it extend that long? But motherfucking 10 minutes ago, drop this shit. You can't do that to me, man. All right, let's continue. Right on.
With their hands we will
I kind of do want to pull up the lyrics to this because I mean, truth be told, I've listened to the song a million times, but I actually couldn't tell you what their lyrics were there. I know it's Floor, surely, Floor Jansen, but I think it would be Extinction, EXTINC. Okay, there we go. Arion. I just want the lyrics because okay. Let's continue. Sorry, I know it's like super not fun to watch. Anyway.
with our minds will shape their fate. Now the die is cast, the first step taken. Glimmer of hope lights up our life. Visions of the past, dreams forsaken, forming right before our eyes.
I'm sorry. I really want to break that down. Again, I don't want YouTube to like shit on me for like playing somebody else's music when it's clearly fair use. Am I not doing fair use? Please tell me if I'm not. I don't want to steal with anybody. Like, and I say that a lot, but like I am like super wary of that. I don't want anyone's like art to go unnoticed. I mean, I'm a fucking piece of shit analyzing this stuff, right? Anyway, through their eyes we will see, with their hands we will create. Let me bring it back a little bit. Because now we have the lyrics. Y'all know that like Iron Maiden Gala? That's what it's called. So with this, what they're doing is like creating these little, what they call extremophiles that can live through like fucking everything, and they're gonna seed the rocket with that so they can make human beings in which they have a psychic like collection or connection to us, to themselves feel love, joy, hate, pain, whatever kind of emotion you want. Like that's like their longing, because they've lost all of that to the machines.
With their hands we will
So we're right here, right now.
With our minds we'll shape their fate. Now the die is cast, the first step taken.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Glimmer of hope lights up our lives.
And I've heard people like, oh my god, that's so fucking corny, like calling Arion corny. And I get it, but like, this is better than any kind of sci-fi shit I've ever heard in my life or ever watched, even like Alien, the fourth kind, whatever. Like, this shit is it, other than like CM Kozeman's All Humans Tomorrow.
Visions of the past, dreams forsaken, forming right before our eyes. We're alive.
Alright, so he said, visions of the past, dreams forsaken, forming right before our eyes, we're alive. So this is, again, I can't overstate the fact that this came out in 2008, and then he did the follow-up of a prequel, The Source, which is my favorite album of all time, in 2017, because everything that he did with The Source can be applied to like what they're talking about right now. Again, 10 years earlier. And I interviewed him. He said he had no idea what the fuck he was doing with The Source. So this was like a spot on recreation. But he's talking about a glimmer of hope lives in our eyes, like the dies cast, dream forsaken. The big thing is visions of the past, dreams forsaken. Again, we thought that this was this species that went underwater, but it's actually the human species from planet Alpha. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Remember all life has to give. Now the die is cast, the first step taken.
About to get a little heavier here.
Glimmer of hope
Shit,
lights
super
our
dope.
lives. Oh, visions of the
Have that like bass drum.
dreams forsaken.
You know, I have never heard that before, but that like bass drum is actually leading us into this like super fucking heavy part of the song. It's good. See, I'm trying to like get more like percussion acumen, if you want to talk about it like that. I have no idea how to like make percussion like drums and shit, so I'm trying to learn. And actually, I had never noticed this until right this very second. But you like it's like ethereal percussion, but then what I noticed was that you have that like bass drum on every fucking note, and he's like driving it forward.
Now the die is cast, the first step taken. A glimmer of hope lights up our lives.
Doesn't want to do that.
Oh, visions of the past, dreams forsaken. Reignite
Or here we go.
in our eyes.
Oh no! Hold on, hold on. No! Well, no audio music's detected. You're stealing from people, even though I'm doing, even though I'm providing like super transformative content. Fair enough, I guess. I assume. Let's wait for the warning to go away. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, this is not super transformative. Like, like analyzing these songs and breaking them down. But Sniper Wolf, does what she does in history. Fair enough, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure I'm in the right on this one. I just have to wait until it nopes out because it did not like me playing Arion, which I guess I mean is a compliment to Arion because it's popular. Or there, I don't even know what the fuck to call Arion. I'm listening to them for better part of 2 decades plus, and I don't actually know whether to call them like a project, a band. They're not a band. He's just getting vocalists from other bands. So, like, I don't know. Tell me, what am I actually dealing with here? Maybe you guys know more about Arion than I do, and that would make me jealous. And I hope you do surpass me. And I hope I've given like what we call it, incentive to listen to more. But I'm not going to stop. Okay, we're at excellent connection now. Fair enough. Hold on 1 second. Give me half a fucking second.